And hello and good evening and welcome to Dabrowski Fieldhouse, where tonight Orchard Lake St. Mary's welcomes in Warren de La Salle, the Pilots and the Eaglets, familiar foes, in the 57th meeting all time between the CHL Central Division powerhouses. Hello again, everybody. My name is Chad Bush alongside Matt Horvath. We welcome into the booth. Matt, great to see you tonight. What a great place to start your prep career at Dabrowski Fieldhouse. A couple of teams that know each other well. They have a history. De La Salle ended St. Mary's season a year ago in the quarterfinals. The Eaglets have won 9 of the last 10. But the Pilots got the money ball last year, knocking out the Eaglets in the quarterfinals in Detroit at Callahan Hall. They went on and made good with that win and would go on to win the state title. These two programs in the thick of the Central Division race right now. Tonight's win would go a long way for both teams.
Yeah, both teams fighting for positioning in the Catholic League for the Central for the playoffs. And, Orchard Lake tripped up De La Salle earlier in the year, and they've struggled with some injuries as of late, but they look to be healthy tonight. And De La Salle, kind of same thing, struggled with some injuries as well, looking to be healthy. So hopefully it's a good battle tonight.
For Warren de La Salle, led by John Jokai in his third season. Look, the Pilots are the reigning champs in Division I, Mac. They've had a slower start. They attribute that to Tristan Nichols, not with the team. Brady Drogosh, not back with the team. But they've got a lot of guys coming back that are starting to get healthy, much like St. Mary's. But Mike Solaka, it took him some time to get loose. He looks to just get things rolling. He and Nino Smith, along with their big three closeout in the sophomore Phoenix Glasner, is quite a trio to build around.
Yeah, those three are the main three, their big three they would go to. Solaka struggled in the first game against Orchard Lake with some foul trouble, was kind of taken out of his rhythm that game. Look for the Western Michigan commit to have a big game tonight. But the one that stepped up in everyone's absence has been Glasner for sure. Glasner's been kind of the straw that stirs the drink for De La Salle. Playing really great offensively, shooting the ball well from the outside, and hopefully looks to continue it tonight.
Yeah, Phoenix Glasner, Division I prospect, and a guy that averages 16 points a game. He and Solaka, a big problem tonight for Orchard Lake St. Mary's, a team that comes in 6-6 on the year. And Mac, look, the record doesn't necessarily tell the story. St. Mary's has played the toughest schedule in the state, and they're a team that is led by Trey McKinney, one of the best players in the state, if not the best, and he's just a sophomore.
Yeah, Trey McKinney, special player, does it all for Orchard Lake, plays inside, outside, handles the ball. Definitely the guy that you want the ball in his hands in important possessions and late in the game.
St. Mary's, a season ago, won the Catholic League. They won the tournament and the title game away from Catholic Central. But this is a St. Mary's team right now that in unfamiliar territory, just a loss away from being under 500 for the first time since 2015 going into February. But the tough schedule certainly speaks volumes as well.
Yeah, don't let the records fool you for these two teams. They're both one of the top 10, 15 teams in the state battling out tonight. It's just kind of the way it works this year. A lot of the top teams playing against each other and in conference here and also in non-conference as well this season. Don't let the records fool you with these two.
He's Mac Horvath. My name is Chad Bush. We're coming back to Dabrowski Fieldhouse as the pregame show rolls on in this Catholic League Central Division rivalry between the Eaglets and the Pilots. We're coming right back after these.
Your dream, your drive, your grit, the heart and vision of every member of your team. We take it all, and from those threads of greatness, we weave a uniform of a champion. In many ways, our sport is just like yours. We've brought together a team of elite designers. We've put in the time and the sweat, perfecting our craft over 14 years. We've outfitted thousands of teams for thousands of victories, approaching each new project, each new game, like it's the only one we'll ever play. And let's be honest, we've done it all with a quality so unmatched that some can't help but call it perfection. You know, it's more than just a shirt. Look like a champion, play like a champion. A champion powered by the G. #GBrandUSA. G-Brand USA. Elite design, unmatched quality, American pride. We're proudly made in the USA.
Both these teams come in 2-3 in league play. 8-6 are the Pilots. 6-6 are the Eaglets. Both these teams could win this league. Potentially, they would need some help. Right now, it's Brother Rice atop the standings at 4-1. Their lone loss belongs to Warren De La Salle. De La Salle stung them in Birmingham by 4 points back in early January. So that one blemish to Rice, Mac, tells a lot about De La Salle and what they can do. One of the two losses for UAD is from Orchard Lake St. Mary's, team that beat them by 3 points here in overtime in a two-part game that we did. And we love two-part games, so we did another one. St. Mary's right now, though, tied with De La Salle, as you see, in the middle of this race. They need some help. How important is a form? And you see Catholic Central there, who should not be neglected. They're 1-3, but Catholic Central beat St. Mary's their last time out badly here at home. Double-digit win, convincingly, we should say. So nobody here is really out of the race. Maybe Catholic Central would need too much to happen, but look, anybody could win this. Anybody could get into that tournament and win it, most importantly. And then when you get into the Division I playoffs, anybody there can beat anybody up and down this CHSL Central. We saw that as proof last year when St. Mary's and De La Salle played.
Yeah. De La Salle knocking off Brother Rice. Orchard Lake knocking off UAD, like you mentioned. The top can beat the bottom. Anybody can beat anybody in any given night in this league. And, it's real important this season for the standings, for these regular season standings for Catholic playoffs, because only the top four are going to make it. That's been the first time that's been that way in a while, that not all 5 teams from the Central are going to get in. And, Catholic Central just being 1 game back could nip either one of these teams. Obviously already got Orchard Lake about a week ago, so that's definitely possible for them to knock off anybody else in this league and knock one of these two potentially out of that mix of the Catholic playoffs.
As we approach March, we enter February. Oh, what a month it is ahead in the Catholic League Central Division. We're coming back with a start of this one. Starting lineups are next from Orchard Lake and Dombrowski. We are the Prep. Glad to be here. Thanks for watching.
Hi folks, Dr. Joe here with Michigan Orthopedic Surgeons. We all know that our wives and daughters deserve special attention, but that's especially true when it comes to their knees. Do you know that females are at a 2 to 5 times risk compared to their male counterparts when it comes to blowing out their knees? It doesn't seem fair, but it's true. The reasons include the way females are made and the way they fire their muscles. But fortunately, there are injury prevention programs out there that can greatly decrease this risk of injury. And if you do know a female who blows out her ACL, don't despair. We have neat, innovative, minimally invasive ways to fix their knees and get them back onto the field. For more information, go to miorthosurgeons.com.
All right, this is Adam, take 2. Mark?
I guess.
I go like this.
The best part about playing football in Texas has to be the reaction from the community.
I want to encourage others to play volleyball or choir because you get to experience new things and do stuff that you've never done before. My reason why is passion.
My reason why is pride.
Are you prepared to be transformed into a better version of yourself? Shaped into a force that others can't imagine. We are part of something bigger. A force that never quits. America's Navy, forged by the sea. Check us out at Navy.com.
Welcome back to the 57th meeting all-time between these two schools. St. Mary's with a slim lead in the series, 29-27. The Eaglets have won 9 of the last 10, but that one fly in the ointment by the Eaglets a season ago drove De La Salle to the promised land in the state title. Here's John Jokai in his 3rd season, starting 5 tonight. Armani Portis slides into that starting lineup. Nino Smith, a steady senior, very good defensive player and facilitator. Phoenix Glassner, one of the best sophomores in the state, a Division I prospect at the guard spot, high-flying scorer. Jack Janacek, a guy that's committed to football at Michigan State, sort of a do-everything type forward. And the big man headed to Western Michigan, Michael Sulaka, the forward, a real good one at 6'9", 215, and a big man that can shoot it from outside and can do many things. John Jokai, the head coach, assisted by Andrew Grosner, Ron Holder, Joe Gillette, Jim Nelson, Mike Malkowitz, Todd Terry, and Javon Glassner. The starting 5 for Todd Covert's Eaglets look like this. Sherrod Barnes at the point guard spot. Sherrod offers from Toledo along with Eastern Michigan. Daniel Smythe, a shooting guard. The junior coming into his own this season, having a breakout campaign, one of the best three-point shooters in the state. Trey McKinney, one of the best players in the country. High majors offers keep on rolling in. The Hurricanes of Miami, the latest to join the list. Trey, a prime-time 3-level scorer. Andrew Smith, a glue guy, a super glue guy at 6'3", a junior. And Mason Wisniewski slides back in as the starter at the center spot for Todd Covert in his 8th season, 1992 grad, assisted by Len Karshian, his 33rd season. He's the associate head coach. Brad Crichton and Marcus Webster are assistants, and we are about to get underway. He's Matt Horvath. My name's Chad Bush. Matt, your thoughts on this game and what each team needs to do quickly to get a good start?
You know, De La Salle's got to stay ahead. They've struggled a little bit throughout the year if they did fall behind, and I would look for them to go to Salle like they're doing right now to get things started after the slow game he had against Orchard Lake last time.
Just 2 fouls, or he had 2 fouls early and only played a few minutes in the first half. This is Janacek on the perimeter. Between the rings, last time we covered De La Salle, there was a 35-second shot clock. That was a tough loss to Grand Rapids Christian. Glassner with it now. Flip back to Smith. Smith into the lane, hop, skip, jump, dish out to Armani for 3, no. And the rebound to Bugsy, who's on the hustle.
Important to get Portis that open look early. Couldn't knock it down, but returning back to the lineup for a sophomore, that would have been a big bucket there.
Sherrod starts, stops, get to the mid-post, and Nino Smith forces a turnover. That's what he does. Glassner with it as the Pilots set up shop in Orchard Lake territory. No score just underway. Barnes watches Glassner get all the way to the hole and scoot one in for the game's first points. 2-0 Pilots, a minute 15 seconds gone by.
Great finish by Glassner there over Trey. Trey doing a good job not to make that an and one and make it worse.
High on the right is Daniel Smythe. Flip back to Trey McKinney. Trey pull up 18-footer, back iron, no, tap out, and the Pilots will touch it last. Smith touched it in front of his own bench, and his official friend is going to come overrule him, I believe. And he did.
Yeah. Tough shot there.
That, isn't it? Sorry. What happens is this is acceptable, right, as a head coach? Officials changing the call?
Well, if it's your way, it's acceptable. If it's not your way, it's definitely not.
What if it's the right way? What if it's the right call? Doesn't matter?
No, not really.
Matt Horvath coached at Dearborn Divine Child a season ago, several seasons as well.
Yep, like 4 years there.
He knows the Catholic League. He knows both these teams. There's a foul in the post. It's going to go on Mason Wisniewski, who's just coming back and getting healthy. Wisniewski, a junior, who had a good game the first matchup against Sulaka, kept him in check, had a tip-back dunk, kind of Mason Wisniewski's coming out party.
Yeah, Wisniewski been missing the last few games. Definitely a huge piece missing for Orchard Lake. Big presence around the rim, both sides of the floor.
Nino Smith, dribble drive. Great ball movement around the perimeter. Glasner responsible for the only 2 points with the 2 minutes gone by. 3 ball no, great check out by Trey, and here come the Eaglets looking for their first points of the night. Trey all the way to the rack, and he lost it out of bounds. Back to the Pilots. Turnovers were an issue for St. Mary's a couple games back in their loss to Catholic Central. Janacek committed to Michigan State for football. He will walk on there. Dan Roan, the Pilots' head football coach, is in the house tonight. About 10 yards to our left. Glasner step back, dead spot left. 3 is through, and it's Phoenix Glasner 5, St. Mary's nothing with 5:15 to go in the first.
Big shot there by Phoenix.
There's a reach in by Smith. As we'll get another look at that Glasner step back. Pretty.
Glasner's been doing that all season. I mean, I think he really relishes these big games, these big moments against big-time competition. He had a big game against Brother Rice there, and would not be surprised at all if he had another one tonight.
Very confident. To the hole, Sherrod Barnes missed the bunny.
Just got to take that up strong.
Got in front of the defender and was almost like, wait a minute. Pulled the chair out from under him. There's a block shot. Smythe comes away with it. 5-0 De La Salle. 3 minutes gone by. Daniel show and go. Kick to Wisniewski, who lost it out of bounds. Pretty setup. Might have shocked the big fella.
Orchard Lake just got to settle in here at home. It's tough to play on the road.
There you get a look at the dime, and Wisniewski coming back, shaking the cobwebs out. Smith lost it, but recovered by Portis, who stepped into that lineup for Braden Holder. Good defense by Smith, forces a Glasner dish to the perimeter. And now Barnes busted for the foul. That's his first, the team's second. 4:24 to go in the first. The Pilots, with a great job defensively so far, have shut the Eaglets out.
Wisniewski's got to be careful not to pick up that second down there.
St. Mary's limited with size on the bench, really with numbers on the bench. They've got 3 others dressed tonight. Crichton, Hanks, and another fella. There's a 3. That's Armani Portis. And it's 8-0 Pilots. They went for 2 and got it. 4 minutes left in the first.
Great job by Salaka there. Notices the double, maybe even a triple team there. Finds the open man for the shot.
Barnes looking for some offense and some answers. Wisniewski, high ball screen. Shows, open, kick. Bugsy, dead spot right, in and out, no. Ball loose, Wisniewski jumping around, but it's Jack who jumps his way to the rock. Nino Smith, Euro step, missed the flyer.
Orchard Lake had their best possession of the game so far, the last one. Didn't result in a bucket, but they need another go in here.
We'll see if this results in a bucket. Wisniewski underneath, had it blocked by Solaka, and saved, and stolen again. Vaseline on that pill. We've played 5 minutes, and St. Mary's is shut out in their own gym. It's been great defense by the Pilots, who lead by 8, looking to take a double-digit lead.
Not what you want facing De La Salle.
No, sir. It's a stingy defense and a patient offense, wouldn't you say?
Yeah. Helps their defense with how patient they are.
Solid defense by St. Mary's, also one of the best defenses in the state. Force a turnover here. Holder checks in. Nino Smith checks out. Aiden Hanks in for the Eaglets. Wisniewski will take a seat with his 1 foul.
Wisniewski missing the last few games. You kind of fall sometimes out of game shape a little bit. Sucking wind right now.
Yes, sir. Barnes to set up shop. 2-man game with Trey. Dribble drive. Sherrod in trouble in the mid-post. Trey to try to solve this De La Salle defensive riddle. Pull-up 3, no. And so far, the Eaglets from the floor are 0 of 4.
You know, Janacek might not have the Division I basketball offers, but that's a Division I football player. That's a tough matchup for Trey.
Sure is. Physical defender with some size. Trying to post up Solaka. Hanks with a front job. Now the triple team, and Solaka buries it anyway. 10-0 De La Salle. Timeout Todd Covert, and will take it with him. 1:46 to go in the opening quarter, and it's been dominated by the road Pilots.
What rhymes with great?
Participate.
Where does greatness start?
Here, in the classroom.
On the diamond.
In the pool.
On the field.
Where will your greatness take you?
To better grades.
To more friends.
Be great.
Participate! Well, you see the battle, the slimmest of margins, just a 2-game lead by St. Mary's, who had an 8-game win streak snapped last year, but it was a 4-year run. How about De La Salle? They had a 15-game win streak from 09 to 14. And, of course, their lone loss a season ago amongst 10 games sprung De La Salle to the title. Sherrod mid-post, one-hand pull-up is good. And with 90 seconds left, the Eaglets have scratched the surface in their own nest.
They took the lid off of the rim down there during the timeout.
Is that what they did? Little cellophane strip, we didn't even see it. Feels like that. Smythe out to harass Glassner. There's been a few that have tried here in this game already. Solaka dish. And now Janacek will set it up. We've got scores from around the league. Glassner for 3. Got it! Glassner with another one. Give him 8 points of the 13 for the Pilots, and the lead now is 11. It's largest of the game.
Solaka drawing a lot of attention down there in the middle. That brought Sherrod in a little bit too far. Got a pin down screen from Holder. Easy look for Glassner.
Trey with an elbow jumper up and good. He scores from 15, and that's his shot, partner.
If you're De La Salle, you're going to live with that shot all night. As good as Trey is, that is a very difficult shot.
No doubt. De La Salle perhaps looking for the final shot. Holder between the rings. The sophomore. His brother Lyndon is at Macomb Community College. Glassner has it picked from Trey. 4 seconds, 3. Trey down the avenue to the hole, lay it at the buzzer's good. So a 4-0 McKinney run cuts this to a touchdown game at the end of 1. The Eaglets, who did not score for the first 6 minutes and change, have some life in Orchard Lake. Mack and I coming back to Dombrowski right after this.
My dad and my grandfather are officials. I've grown up around officials and seeing how much they enjoy being part of the games. As a student athlete, I've always appreciated the people out there who are willing to give back to the kids. The Legacy program lets me officiate while I'm still in high school, working younger kids' games. Officiating gives me a better understanding of the game. I get to make some pretty good money for a high school kid, and I even get to spend some quality time with my dad. There's help wanted. Just whistle.
In today's ever-changing real estate and mortgage lending world, the importance of a true professional has never been higher. At Success Mortgage Partners, our mission is for every borrower to receive level 10 service, and our goal is to get you the lowest rate possible. We want you to have an experience of a lifetime. Navigating a turbulent market like this needs to be handled by a real professional. Call Todd Barr at 734-674-6154 and put 20 years of local knowledge to use for you and your family. Welcome back to Orchard Lake. Trey McKinney on a 4-0 run himself. Can he extend it? Yes, he can, and he will. And St. Mary's on a 6-0 Trey McKinney run have cut this thing to 5 just like that.
special player can do that for you.
Nino to the hole. He's a special player. Somehow that rims out. Andrew Smith with the rebound. And a fellow who's been offered by Division II Northwood gives it up. And Daniel Smythe walks with the basketball before he launches that hot rocket back the other way. Turnovers continue to be a problem for St. Mary's. They have 4 and double the amount of De La Salle.
And they're self-inflicted wounds right now. These are drop passes, shuffling feet. There's really nothing that De La Salle is doing right now. Orchard Lake kind of beating themselves on the offensive end.
Eaglets shooting 4 of 8 from the floor. De La Salle is 5 of 9. Holder for 3, and that's down. And De La Salle has 4 triples in this game in 6 tries, and that's been the difference. They're doubling up the Eaglets in Orchard Lake. Trey, long corner, jumper, got it. That's from 17. And the franchise starting to heat up. Sorry, Mac.
Tyler Thompson taking his turn here, entering the game for De La Salle to guard Trey. Got to make sure you have fresh legs on him all night. It seems like it's going to be De La Salle's plan. Some length and fresh legs.
Also in is Nemeka Aikichi. There's a 3-ball off the mark. Trey with a rebound. And we've got a reach-in foul. Trey with 8 of the 10 St. Mary's points. Glassner with 8 of the 16 De La Salle points. Smythe will check out. The freshman Luke Crichton will check in, the Indiana commit in baseball. And Armani Portis will return to the pilot lineup. No, he won't. He'll exit the pilot lineup. And into the game comes Tyler Thompson. Trey down the avenue, left hand layup, count it, and the foul. The franchise on fire, and he's got a chance to cut this thing to a 1-possession game.
And Janicek immediately going to the scores table to check in here for Thompson.
Well, Trey scored with 34 seconds to go in the first quarter for his first 2 points. He now has 10 and a chance, more importantly, to get this to a 1-possession game. Hanks will check out. And Wisniewski returns to the lineup, partner.
Coach Joka, I'm sure, is on the bench letting Aikichi know, you got to be a rim protector here. You're not on the ball, you're on Trey, you got to protect the rim. And that's back-to-back possessions where he's able to get to the hole and finish.
Mike Salaka back in. Trey misses the free throw. 4-point lead for De La Salle, who once led by 11 just a couple minutes ago. Holder working against a 2-3 zone right now. Dumped down to the long corner. Good ball movement. Nino Smith over Crichton for 3, no. Rebound Smith, and here come the Eaglets. Wisniewski, short corner shot, no. The miss tapped out of bounds by Sulaka, who couldn't corral it. And Glassner comes in to say it's okay.
Wisniewski still working to get those legs underneath him.
Yeah, even a week out or a week and a half is a long time, right? In conditioning. Trey fires away. It's short. Crichton on the floor with Smith. And what do we have? Timeout, De La Salle. We'll keep it right here. 5:38 to go. What has been the biggest difference as we see the hustle and the grit for St. Mary's since that Todd Covert timeout late in the first?
They've gotten better looks here with Trey. They've been able to get Trey to the rim. And defensively, De La Salle has not been able to enter the ball into the post. And that's kind of, they're shooting well from the outside, but a lot of their looks have just been wide open shots. And a lot of that has been the attention that Salaka's drawn in the middle. And Orchard Lake has done a good job of keeping the ball out of the paint the last couple of possessions. De La Salle may be a little impatient for Coach Jokai's liking the last couple as well. But these two teams are too good to stay out of it for too long.
You can see how valuable Salaka is. He picked up just the 1 foul, and Coach Jokai making sure that he's not going to pick up his second. That was a problem in the first matchup when he only played 3 minutes in the first half. John Joe guy saying we just can't afford to do that. Almost blaming himself. Lob play, knocked away, stolen away by Trey. The throw ahead to Smith, to the hole, layup, no, but a foul called, albeit late. It was the right call.
De La Salle kind of going to their go-to play to get Salaka the ball by the rim there. Orchard Lake, great job talking on defense, the switch, good scouting there, breaking it up.
Foul by Glassner. Just his first, but something to watch. I stand corrected, Salaka does not have any fouls. Free throw no good for Andrew Smith. Free throw shooting has been an issue at times for the Eaglets.
Nino with 2 fouls, so they're going to let him go.
Got a little more depth maybe at that guard spot than up front. Guys like Portis, Holder. But yeah, that's another one to watch. A third would be a major problem. Holder with it against Crichton to the hole. Pushed off the block, no call. And now Janacek wants to wheel and deal and travel, no call. Fadeaway shot up and good. Jack got away with one, but that was a pretty finish and shot from 10. Sherrod, pull up, same spot, jumper, answer no. Wisniewski with a hustle rebound and a reset to the corner to Crichton. Dribble drive, too strong with a Glasser. And the Pilots come away clean, +5 with 4.5 to go until halftime.
Salaka, even though he didn't get the block there, definitely altered the shot around the rim.
Janacek for 3. He's hit 5 straight. And De La Salle has pushed the lead back out to 8.
De La Salle feeling it from the outside.
Guy that averages just 4.5 a game. Helping out.
Got 5 in a row.
It's big time.
Trey, double on Trey.
Yep. See how he handles it. Keeps it, dishes Wisniewski. Had it blocked. And back to De La Salle.
Great defensive effort there tonight. That was the first time we saw it tonight. De La Salle go and double Trey. Saw Brother Rice do that to him early in the year. Really threw him off his game. Big block there.
Block shot by Salaka. Back to the Pilots. Stingy defense tonight. Expect nothing less. Timeout on the floor. We'll take it with them. 3:39 to go. Back in 30 seconds to Orchard Lake. This is the Prep.
What rhymes with great?
Participate.
Where does greatness start?
Here, in the classroom.
On the diamond.
In the pool.
On the field.
Where will your greatness take you?
To better grades.
To more friends.
Yeah! Be great.
Participate.
Portis returns to the Pilot lineup. De La Salle 8-6 on the year, 2-3 in Catholic League play. St. Mary's 6-6 on the year, also 2-3 in Catholic League play. Tied for third place are these clubs in their own division, the toughest division in the state by far. Goose Poop proved that this week. There's a short shot by Salaka. Nice wall up by Wisniewski. Trey, pull up, dead spot right, 3, Splash City. The Eaglets get one back. It's a bonus ball from Trey. He has 13, and the Eaglets have cut it to 5 with 3:05 to go until the break. Little handsy on the perimeter is Smythe. Check that. Are they going to get Sherrod?
I think it's Trey.
Okay, well, I had to get it right sometime. I keep guessing every player.
Pretty sure Todd's going to have one soon.
First foul on Trey. Nobody with more than one for the Eaglets. Left-hand layup, no rebound, Andrew Smith. On the run, the Eaglets. Sherrod up the left wing. Attacks the hole, puts it up, and rims out somehow. He's had a couple of those tough luck misses tonight. Here come the Pilots, +5.
It's a great defensive effort last time by Sherrod, too. Couldn't finish it on the other end.
Portis feeds it to Janacek. He's played outstanding tonight for the boys from Warren. 10-foot turnaround jumper. Portis fills it.
Big shot by Portis. De La Salle's doing a good job. They're moving Salaka around. They're not just putting him on the block. He's stepping outside in the wing, ball screening, catching the ball in the middle and the nail. Tough guard for Wisniewski tonight.
Sure is. Smythe attacks, kicks. Smith, corner three, splash city. Smith gets one back. He's had a tough run from threes. The practice pays off there. He's got him back to within 4. Glasner with a floater. Heel miss, no. Trey with a big boy rebound. And here come the Eaglets trying to get it within 1 possession for the first time since the start of the game, and Trey will do that.
Yep, getting real sticky to the guards on the outside. Bugsy and Smith. De La Salle not wanting to leave him, opening up the lane for Trey. Easy finish.
Portis. It's been a nice added source of offense. Plugged into that starting lineup tonight. Holder stepped out of it, but playing big minutes right now.
Yeah, him and Holder got to finish the half strong with Nino on the bench with 2.
Yes, sir. 60 seconds left. Glasner, pull-up 3, bang!
That helps.
Phoenix having some fun tonight by the lake, and De La Salle bumps it back to a 5-point lead. 50 seconds left. Sherrod with a little spin cycle that gets fouled. He'll have to earn it. Line right.
Sherrod, so athletic. It's really tough to keep him away from the rim. Just got to make sure he's getting up and finishing this.
At the line, shooting 2 for St. Mary's, number 0, Sherrod Barnes.
Might be the second foul on Glasner. It is. Yep. Pat the stat confirms it. Him and Jam Jan are working their tails off down there before Pat heads off to South Beach in the morning. He's statting. He's going to be statting a wedding. You doing a wedding down there? Taking stats? Now he deserves a break. Daniel Smythe checks out. Meanwhile, De La Salle makes some changes. Janacek returns to the lineup. Glasner sits with his 2 fouls. Sherrod Barnes will shoot another. This would get the Eaglets within 1 possession.
Yep, De La Salle with Glasner and with Nino on the bench, going with the bigger lineup with Akichi and Salaka at the same time. Wouldn't be surprised to see him run their patented zone defense if Orchard Lake gets another possession here.
Makes sense. 3 Eaglets have scored tonight. McKinney has 15, Barnes has 4, and Smith has 4. De La Salle right to left, up by 3. They've led by as many as 11 in this first half. Back in the lineup is Nemeka Aikichi, who feeds it back to Portis. Portis has played a solid first half. 5 points. There's 10 seconds left until halftime. No shot clock. Portis will fire a 3. Short. Janacek stick back. No, his second attempt is through with 1 second left. That is a statement bucket, and Janacek has had a first half to remember in Orchard Lake. 5-point lead for the Pilots in a first half that they've pretty much controlled, Mac.
Yeah, that hurts for St. Mary's by giving up that bucket there at the end. But if you're St. Mary's starting out the game the way that you did, you'll take a 5-point deficit going into the half.
We're coming back with stats, analysis, and highlights of the first half right after this. This is Full Court Prep.
As the voice of Michigan student athletes, the Student Advisory Council's role
is to convey the message of how high school sports are supposed to be played.
We are responsible for helping the MHSAA maintain a positive and healthy atmosphere
in which interscholastic students can thrive. We believe athletes should be competitive,
sportsmanlike, and excel academically.
We believe students in the stand should have fun,
but not take the focus away from the game. We believe coaches should act as teachers,
helping student athletes develop while still keeping high school sports in perspective.
We believe that parents should always be positive role models
and be supportive of their child's decisions.
We believe officials commit their own time to high school sports.
And respect should always be shown and given to them.
The most important goal for student athletes is to enjoy high school sports
while maintaining a high level of respect for all those involved in the games.
Enjoy the game.
We begin with your dream, your drive, your grit, the heart and vision of every member of your team. We take it all, and from those threads of greatness, we weave a uniform of a champion. In many ways, our sport is just like yours. We've brought together a team of elite designers. We've put in the time and the sweat, perfecting our craft over 14 years. We've outfitted thousands of teams for thousands of victories, approaching each new project, each new game, like it's the only one we'll ever play. And let's be honest, we've done it all with a quality so unmatched that some can't help but call it perfection. You know, it's more than just a shirt. Look like a champion, play like a champion. A champion powered by the G. Hashtag GBrandUSA. GBrandUSA. Elite design, unmatched quality, American pride. We're proudly made in the USA.
Are you prepared to be transformed into a better version of yourself? Shaped into a force that others can't imagine. We are part of something bigger. A force that never quits. America's Navy, forged by the sea. Check us out at Navy.com.
Well, we've played 16 minutes in Orchard Lake, and De La Salle has pretty much commanded the first half. They lead at 5 points, the margin over St. Mary's, 28-23. Chad Bush and Mac Horvath back with you from Dabrowski Fieldhouse, venerable Dabrowski Fieldhouse. And so far in this one, St. Mary's and De La Salle have shot pretty even, 48% both ways, 3 points. Shooting has been a little bit of a difference in this one. 6 bonus balls for De La Salle, and St. Mary's with just a couple. We get a look at some of the highlights here. Mike Solaka has been somewhat of a difference both defensively and offensively, gets a couple there. Sherrod Barnes broke the seal for St. Mary's, but they didn't score for the first, 5.5 minutes. Phoenix Glassner was the hot hand early. He's the leading scorer for De La Salle at the break. He has 11. Trey McKinney started to heat up, Mac, and he started to do Trey McKinney-type things. Boulder would bang down to 3. The scoring coming from multiple sources for De La Salle. Count them up, 1, 2, 3, 4. St. Mary's, just 3 fellas have scored in this one. Sherrod and Trey McKinney doing the most damage, 15 points. Jack Janacek with 7 points, including that late one. Trey got a big ball there, a bonus one from deep. And Portis with 5 points in this. Trey says, I'll take it myself to the hole. 3-level scorer. Glassner, who's hit a couple from long range. In fact, he's 3 of 3 from downtown. And at the break, De La Salle once led by 11. They led 13-6 after the first. And here at halftime, 28-23, but they did lead by 11 at one point. St. Mary's did come back.
Thanks to Trey.
Thanks to Trey, who put on quite a show. 15 of the 23 points from the franchise. Talk about the first half and your thoughts on what went down here in this tight Central Division rivalry.
You know, Orchard Lake did a great job of fighting back here, down 10 early in the game. Difficult to do against De La Salle. Sometimes when they get those leads, they like to take their out of the ball. Obviously, a little bit too early for that. Trey really starting to heat up inside, outside. I wouldn't be surprised in the second half. De La Salle goes and starts mixing up their defenses a little more. They brought a second defender up at them, kind of ran a run and jump at them. Again, if you're going to stay man, that might be a solution for you. Again, they have their patented zone defense that De La Salle may go to. just to see if you can get Trey a little uncomfortable, get him in different spots of the floor. And then the one stat, too, that's standing out for me for De La Salle, 0 free throw attempts. Not attacking the rim. I would think as much as Coach Chokai would like. So, yeah, that's something to keep an eye on definitely in the second half, is being able to get to the line, put some pressure on Wisniewski and Trey at the rim.
He's Matt Horvath. My name's Chad Bush. Alex Westfall, your executive producer. We'll take a timeout, and when we come back, we will get ready for the second half of a very telling game between two teams tied for third in this ever precious Catholic League Central Division. And we're coming back with more goods at the break.
Hi folks, Dr. Joe here with Michigan Orthopedic Surgeons. We all know that our wives and daughters deserve special attention, but that's especially true when it comes to their knees. Do you know that females are at a 2 to 5 times risk compared to their male counterparts when it comes to blowing out their knees? It doesn't seem fair, but it's true. The reasons include the way females are made and the way they fire their muscles. But fortunately, there are injury prevention programs out there that can greatly decrease this risk of injury. And if you do know a female who blows out her ACL, don't despair. We have neat, innovative, minimally invasive ways to fix their knees and get them back onto the field. For more information, go to miorthosurgeons.com.
The innocence of youth. Is there anything any better? But soon they'll be in high school and facing all the same challenges you faced. How to make friends, how to fit in, how to be cool. We want our children to have everything they'll need to live fulfilling and productive lives. Make sure the kids in your family are among the more than 300,000 participants here in Michigan who take part in high school sports.
Mansour Homes, the best real estate professionals around. Get Al Mansour, St. Mary's graduate. I'll take that. Thank you, sir. Mansour Homes, powered by Keller Williams, 248-444-5700. Al at mansourhomes.com. Get yourself a nice prep hat, G of the game hat. We got some freshies coming. They're coming off the presses tomorrow. If you do business with Al Mansour, he's going to make sure you get one. We hope you'll give him a call at 248-444-5700. Also want to tell you about our friends at United Restoration Disaster Services. For a free damage and claim assessment, call United Restoration at 877-772-URDS, 877-772-8737. Veteran owned and veteran operated. Welcome back to Dombrowski Fieldhouse. Chad Bush and Matt Horvath with you. The start of this second half is coming up next from Orchard Lake. Right now the Pilots lead by 5. Thanks for watching. We are the Prep. Catch you in about 30 seconds.
What rhymes with great?
Participate.
Where does greatness start? Here, in the classroom.
On the diamond.
In the pool.
On the field.
Where will your greatness take you?
To better grades.
To more friends.
Yeah! Be great.
Participate!
We are the Prep. Thanks for watching. Some scores to update you on in this great league of ours. Right now it's 9-9 in the first quarter. U of D and Detroit Catholic Central, that's down in Detroit. There's 2 minutes left in that first quarter. They're a little bit behind us there. Some other scores, Summit Academy, who snuck out of our top 10, I think, this week for some reason. But they're a good club out of Division II. Some have them number 1, some have them number 2, some have them somewhere in the top 10. They lead by 2 over Old Redford tonight in Redford, Michigan. Rochester Adams with a 28-21 lead over their OAA Red rival Clarkston. And Detroit Martin Luther King with a 12-4 lead over Mumford in Detroit off of 7 Mile at the end of the first quarter. 7:50 left. Chad and Mac back with you from Dombrowski Fieldhouse. Second half is underway. Glad you're with us. Sulaka, who in that first half had a strong quarter, but just 2 points and 2 rebounds. St. Mary's kept him in check. Defensively did most of his damage. And Wisniewski stirring things up here. St. Mary's getting dirty on the deck.
Real important first 4 minutes here to the second half. 5-point lead, a 5-0 run either way. Could really be huge for either squad.
Sulaka kick out to Portis. Portis, who had 5 points. Back to Sulaka, who gets a tough luck living wrong roll. He doesn't deserve that. Here come the Eaglets right to left. Trey, step back 3, straight on, no. And Wisniewski bats it out of bounds. And the Pilots get a quick stop in the Eaglets' first possession of the second half.
Wisniewski survived the first half with that 1 foul, so he's going to get after it, hopefully, this second half. Play real aggressive down low.
Oh, the bigs are battling. Some good games within the game. There's Sulaka. Gets a friendly roll this time. The 6'9 center headed to Western Michigan extends the lead out to 3 possessions. Sulaka with 4 points to go with those 2 rebounds. Sherrod attacks, kicks, Smith, corner 3, hits the top of the glass. Friendly roll to Sherrod, had it blocked by Mike. Nino Smith. Portis out of the double team.
Would have loved to see that ball get reversed there by De La Salle. You had Glasser. If they were able to swing it, would have got a good look there.
He had some room, didn't he? Kick to the corner, Janacek. 7 points, well over his game average in the first half. Patiently hands back to Portis. Kristen Nichols, the Saginaw Valley State football commit on that bench. Injured, not playing. John Jokai saying he's a doubtful return. 3 no good. Saved by Barnes, and here comes Trey up the right sideline between 2 defenders and somehow pulls away. And throws it off the leg of Nino Smith out of bounds and says, wait a minute, where's the call?
Trey does a great job. He gets hacked a lot, draws the toughest defender every single team he plays, but always stays within himself, never really shows too much frustration. Really keeps a level head the entire time he plays.
He has a really nice demeanor about him. He's a good young man. He's the class president of the sophomore class. He's a good student as well. Dump pass down to Wisniewski is off his shoulder, a little too close for comfort. And the Eaglets flip it over for the 5th time in this game. Not a bad number.
Wisniewski's got to clear to the other side there. Trey's driving down the left side. Wisniewski's got to fill on that opposite side of the rim to open things up for him and Trey.
Right on. St. Mary's in man-to-man. Sulaka against Wisniewski. Takes him to the hole. Glasses it up. Count it. And the foul. Sulaka with 4 quick points in the 3rd frame. And he's going to the line for more.
The way Sulaka carries his demeanor, you think he's really left-hand dominant, but he does a great job using his right hand. Like, he had that right-hand floater just missed, followed it up with his right-hand make, and there he gets the and one with the right hand.
Had a hip injury to start the season, and you can just see his confidence growing as he continues to get healthy. Sulaka's been a big part of this surge over the last 2 minutes. De La Salle has bumped that lead to 10. Largest lead was 11. Barnes down the avenue. St. Mary's a bit disjointed offensively right now. Sherrod has his 3 blocked by Sulaka.
Not the look you want when De La Salle just pushed it to 10.
Bugsy bats it out of bounds. And right now, De La Salle having their way to start this second half.
Real important here. De La Salle gets a bucket. Don't be surprised to see Coach Cover here take a timeout, settle things down with his young squad.
He'll have some words with Sherrod Barnes. Luke Crichton returns to the Eaglet lineup. Solaka for three. Just short. Here comes Smith and the Eaglets. Quickly ahead to Crichton, the freshman. Pass cross court to Smith. Pull up jumper long.
And that's just not the shot you want to take there.
Pilots have done a nice job of forcing those shots you don't want to take there. Seems like all night. Glassner backs it out. I'm sorry, pardon.
Got to be careful. De La Salle might be smelling blood in the water here.
Trey with a knock away and forces it off the knee of Portis.
Great hustle.
His defense is a bit underrated, isn't it, Mac? The way that he pursues the basketball and defends.
Definitely. He plays all the intangibles, too. He's quick. He's long, obviously. I would not want him guard made open, Jim. Nice
Dump pass down low was pretty. And Luke couldn't hold on to it. Glassner wide open for three, no. And a whistle and a foul on St. Mary's on the rebound attempt.
Miscommunication there by Wisniewski and by Crichton. Left Glassner wide open here. I think we got to go. Orchard Lake's got to get back to Sherrod quick here.
That's Trey's second. Wisniewski also with two. Aiden Hanks will check in at the next whistle. Pilots by 10. Janacek all alone for three. Got it to throw down. It's a long two, they call it, but it's the largest lead of the night for De La Salle. They're up a dozen on the road. Hand check on Smith on Smythe, but the statement is made. The Eaglets again, in back-to-back home games, in trouble and down double digits in the second half at home.
Yeah, the young team's going to have some scar tissue with that. Obviously didn't respond that well versus CC last week. Another opportunity here. Flip the narrative, respond well, get themselves right back in the game.
Yep. Smythe, who's scoreless in this one, trying to find Hanks.
De La Salle is imposing their will here on D. Orchard Lake looks out of sorts. Got to get a decent look for Trey here.
Trey against Janacek, one-on-one. Now some help. Fade away, Trey, got it.
He makes that shot. It's like a layup for him.
17. It's his patented move, that fadeaway short corner shot. Glassner long corner, no. Hanks with a rebound. Here come the Eaglets down 10. 3:04 to go in the third. Can Trey heat up again? Silly question. Trey McKinney. 19 for the man-child, but the Eaglets are down 8 still to De La Salle. State champions in Division I in this state, reigning, and it's their title until somebody takes it away from them, if they can, in March.
Absolutely.
The three is answered by Holder. That's a shooter, and a lot of shooters have been left alone.
Another miscommunication by Orchard Lake.
Near steal in the backcourt. They'll get Janacek with a foul. But the energy answer by De La Salle is upon us.
Yep, definitely. De La Salle is the one bringing all the energy here right now. Orchard Lake's got to flip that.
So full court pressure here. Smythe will check out. Sherrod Barnes returns to the Eaglet lineup. Start, stop, twirl to the lane, and Trey McKinney, with like a hot knife through butter, scores. And the Eaglets are back within 9, and Trey has 21 points. Off the knee, out of bounds. Eaglets going to stop.
Another great play by Trey there.
St. Mary's ball, out of bounds.
These two defenses.
So they just keep clearing it out for him.
Man.
And there goes a run and jump by De La Salle, bringing 2 at him.
St. Mary's evades it. Crichton in the corner for 3. Splash City by the rookie. The Indiana commit for baseball has the Eaglets within 6. They just trailed by a dozen. 90 seconds left in this quarter. Solaka against Wisniewski. Left hand reverse is good. Timeout on the floor. Solaka with a silky smooth baseline runner. We'll get another look here before going to break. How about this, Mac?
Oh, nice finish. Splitting the 2 defenders, finishing with the right again.
I go like this.
The best part about playing football in Texas has to be the reaction from the community.
I want to encourage others to play volleyball or choir because you get to experience new things and do stuff that you've never done before. My reason why is passion.
My reason why is pride.
Well, St. Mary's, the resume looks good. This is a team that's played the toughest schedule in the state. It's not an opinion, that's proof. A win over UAD by 3 points here in overtime. A loss in Illinois to the state of Illinois' best club in Kenwood. That was back in the middle of December. St. Mary's, of course, co-divisional. 523 boys. Todd Covert, 92 grad in his 8th season. 4-time state champion. Kalen Lucas, a 2017 grad. Eaglets within 8. De La Salle has had the upper hand most this night, Mac. St. Mary's trying to change momentum, but they'll throw it away here.
Yep, De La Salle brought 2 again.
Checking into the highlights, number 4, Adam Broski.
Broski's entering the game for Janicek, and he has drawn that assignment against McKinney all night, basically, besides a few minutes that Thompson spelled him in the first half. Definitely important to get Janicek a blow there.
No doubt. Broski is a catcher and a baseball commit for the Spartans. All alone, Holder again for 3.
Another miscommunication.
Open threes. Holder has made the Eaglets pay. He has 9. A few bonus balls. Crichton to the hole. Fouled going up. Good attack by the rookie from the right corner. But it's De La Salle back up by double digits. They're up 11.
Yeah, when Todd watches this film, he's not going to be too happy because De La Salle's getting a lot of these looks off their basic offense. So it's nothing that's going to be something that these guys haven't seen on film or that's a surprise to them.
And that makes a difference, right, as a coach? I mean, it's one thing to have your team ready for everything, but when they are, it doesn't necessarily mean you're going to have success against it. You got to execute.
You can rep it all you want, but at the end of the day, it's still 15, 16-year-old kids out there going out and playing.
Yeah. No doubt. Nemeka Aikichi checks in, the 6'7", 215-pounder. Crichton makes them both. And here comes De La Salle looking to close out the third with some more smoke. They're up 9 on the road. Led by as many as 12.
Orchard Lake answering with some double teams themselves on D.
Yeah, how about it?
A fumble.
Forced a near turnover.
You'll see a lot of this in the fourth quarter, too, if they trail.
Just got to force pressure, right?
Yep.
Force tempo. Lassner being forced by one of the best on-ball defenders in the state in Barnes. 6 seconds now, 5. Holder with it, fires it up with 2 seconds. Broski at the buzzer, throws it up with a left hand and scores it. Oh, the desperation short corner floater by Broski, the Michigan State commit. And it ends the quarter properly for the Pilots.
Yeah, that could definitely hurt there. Orchard Lake looks like they're going to end the quarter with a stop in the ball, starting the fourth. Broski with the left.
Hi folks, Dr. Joe here again with Michigan Orthopedic Surgeons. Everywhere you look this time of year, people are running, and that's a great thing because running is an excellent exercise, especially for your cardiovascular and musculoskeletal systems. But the question is, are you running a safe running program? All too often, people are hobbled by things like shin splints and patellar tendonitis. But luckily, simple things like stretching and warm-up, the right running shoes, and realistic weekly mileages can keep you in your running game. For more information, go to miorthosurgeons.com.
The Pilots of De La Salle, number 8 in our poll. They have a win over Brother Rice, something nobody else in the state can say. They won by 4 against Brother Rice in the first league game back on the 6th of this month. And a loss to Brother Rice as well. The Lord giveth and the Lord taketh. A 55-46 loss. John Jokai in his 3rd year, state champions from a year ago. And the Eaglets know that well. The Eaglets were knocked off in the quarterfinals on an air ball that was into the lap of Tristan Nichols, who laid it in for the win at the buzzer. Smith, corner 3, no. And a big boy rebound by Ikechi. Here come the Pilots, +9, just underway in the 4th. Nemeka Ikechi lets Holder come between the rings. Holder with 9 tonight. Portis checked by Smythe. Patient set here, Mac.
Yeah, De La Salle can just put you to sleep here. They're like a football team with a great running game.
Yeah. Well said. And something the Pilots had this year in football under Dan Roan. State champions. Back-to-back.
Ooh, missed the open look underneath.
Glassner, attack, swatted by Smythe. Broski resets. And tripped by Smythe, and that will be Daniels' first. Substitution, Solaka and Janacek in. Broski and Ikechi check out.
Todd's going to get a timeout here. I'm sure he's going to talk about kind of what we've mentioned. They just can't let De La Salle sit there. Got to be able to go attacking with 2 defenders. Force the issue.
No doubt. We'll keep it right here. Some scores to tell you about. At the half, it's Detroit Martin Luther King 25, Mumford 12 out of the PSL. Out of the OAA, Ferndale leads North Farmington 27-23 at halftime. Keep an eye on that. We'll see the toughest schedules in a moment. Ferndale's up there, and perhaps that's paying dividends tonight in North Farmington. Saline with a 43-31 lead over Ann Arbor Huron. And down in Detroit, UAD with a 40-27 lead over Detroit Catholic Central. You see the toughest schedules in the state. St. Mary's number 1. And there's no fool's gold victories for the Eaglets in that. Number 1, according to Goose Poop in toughest schedules, Ferndale number 2, King number 3, De La Salle number 4, so on and so forth. You see Catholic Central, Brother Rice, North Farm. I mean, all these teams playing each other this year. You and I talked about it off air. What a cool thing it is that these teams are willing to play one another and play tough schedules.
Right, and honestly, it's almost like a trendsetter here for these teams in the Central. The Central's so difficult, and I think they've seen the success that De La Salle had in the state tournament last year, and everyone's just wanting to go out and play the best competition they can find to get ready for March.
Yeah, because in the end, everybody makes a tournament.
0-0 start middle of March.
That's a fact, Jack. Double team by St. Mary's. And the pressure on Smith. And Holder and Smythe with some contact. Looks like St. Mary's is trying to foul. Now they get a steal by Smith. Andrew on the run, ahead to Sherrod. St. Mary's to Wisniewski. His shot up and good. So the Eaglets get offense from their defense. And that was the goal of what their attack was.
You know, this could force the issue with De La Salle, but it can also put De La Salle in a tough spot. You don't want to take the air out of the ball too early because it is tough to put the air back in the ball.
Yep. Holder alone again for 3, bang. His 4th triple, and this kid's been all alone in the corner like baby at the dance.
Yeah, you want to tell him keep shooting, keep attacking, but just be ready for the traps.
Missed shot after the quick possession. 12-point lead by De La Salle on the road, and a foul in the front court.
St. Mary's foul number 1, Trey, his 3rd.
That's 3 on Trey McKinney, 4th on the team. Perhaps St. Mary's okay for getting a foul here for aggressive defense.
Yep. Sub Crichton back in the game. You know, playing this style of defense, you're going to have to this quarter. It's going to take a lot out of the boys.
Janacek down the avenue, kick to Sulaka, blocked by Wisniewski. But the southpaw will go line right and have to earn it from the line.
Looked like a great play by Wisniewski there.
At the line, shooting 2 for the Pilots, number 33, Michael Sulaka.
Maybe a bit with the body.
Paul Woodard on the baseline. He never misses a thing.
Yeah, you know him?
Oh,
Shout
yeah.
out.
We go to the same barber.
Oh, okay. Well, you came clean today. Oh, that's great.
He was always one of my favorite to argue with.
Yeah. What was your tactic with him?
Just tell him how wrong he was and tell him that he owes me one. he never got it back to even. He always owed me one.
14-point lead. Coaching referee banter revealing here with Matt Horvath. By the way, it's a 2-touchdown lead for De La Salle on the road in Orchard Lake right now. And St. Mary's running out of time. There's 5:04 left, Mac. What do you recommend?
Again, you got to do what they're kind of doing. You got to force the issue. The other tough part about it is just De La Salle, it's part of their, oh, we got a technical here. Got a warning and a tech.
Technical foul. Orchard Lake.
That's tough. It goes from being your ball on the baseline.
Number 23, Phoenix Glasgow.
Let's see who they called.
I think they got it on Todd.
Yeah, okay. So, shot up and good. Glasner with the freebie.
Yeah, it's going to be tough. Orchard Lake's going to have to do what they've been doing, running out, trapping, taking chances. Like I said, the problem is that's kind of the way De La Salle plays all the time. So their kids see a lot of that in practice every day, so they don't get as rattled by it as most teams do. When you got big guys like Sulaka, Division I players, it's really easy to just find him over the top and settle things down. And again, with good guard play with Glasner, Nino, and Holder's really playing a good game tonight too.
Sure has. 12 points. So the lead is extended to 16 points. It's the first 2 points of the second half for Glasner, who now has 13. Janacek down the avenue. Kick to Sulaka. Layup good. 18-point lead for De La Salle with under 5 to go. And Orchard Lake's in trouble at home.
De La Salle doing a good job last possession, keeping attacking. Same thing there.
This would put Orchard Lake below 500 for the first time entering March since 2015. Again, you have to give credit to the scheduling, and so there's an asterisk next to it, but at what point as a coach does it mean more to get wins and confidence from wins instead of playing tough teams?
Yeah, I mean, that's definitely important, but Orchard Lake, they're good enough where they can get the confidence from beating good teams too. You know, they can knock off anybody in the top 10 and get that confidence from there. I don't. There's too much talent for these guys to really lack that confidence.
They do have a win against UAD. UAD right now leading at home over Catholic Central by double digits. But right now, De La Salle in control. They're up 19 points, 55-36. It's their largest lead. The foul is on Smith.
McKinney, that's his
Make it
fourth.
McKinney, that's his fourth. And now it's a 1-and-1 opportunity for Jack Janacek.
It's at the point now you can't worry about the foul. Can't worry about having 4.
We'll keep an eye on that Ferndale North Farmington game. Free throw no good. Here comes Sherrod on the run and fouled. That'll be the 5th team foul, non-shooting foul. That'll go on Phoenix Glassner.
Pilots foul number 23, Phoenix Glassner, his third.
That'll be his 3rd.
Team 5th. Checking in for Orchard Lake, number 24, Aiden Hanks.
Hanks enters, Smythe exits, pull-up, trade, jumper, no. Rebound by Holder, throw ahead to Glassner. And he'll reset baseline right.
Pilots ball out of bounds.
Got Andrew and Bugsy out of the game here. I think Andrew came off a little bit of an injury. You see him the trainer right now.
Is that Kelly Garbig giving the attention down there? Great trainer out of that state of Ohio. Fish likes that. Block shot by Glassner. Hanks might have got him. Sherrod, Barnes, pull up 3, got it. Timeout, Todd Covert. 55-39, 3:55 to go. Does Orchard Lake have another run in them? We'll find out when we come back to Dombrowski Fieldhouse. It's been the night of the Pilots thus far. Back after this.
I go like this.
The best part about playing football in Texas has to be the reaction from the community.
I want to encourage others to play volleyball or choir because you get to experience new things and do stuff that you've never done before. My reason why is passion.
My reason why is pride.
Our top 10 this week shuffled up a bit. Cass Tech number 1, Rice 2, North Farmington 3. You see UAD, Michigan Collegiate, team that beat Orchard Lake St. Mary's in this gym as well. Very good team out of Division 2. And another team out of Warren. Oak Park, a lot of folks see Oak Park. Well, look at their schedule. Look at who they've played. And then St. Mary's, De La Salle, Loyola, and Ferndale. Welcome back to Dombrowski Fieldhouse in Orchard Lake, Michigan on this Tuesday night, the final night in January. Who's ready for February? Fish is. 55-39, it's a 16-point game. De La Salle has this game right now under wraps. What do you have to do to hold on if you're John Jokai? What are you telling your kids?
I mean, if you're De La Salle, if Orchard Lake gets back in this game, it's because you let them. So by taking bad shots, by turning the ball over, and you're also kind of preaching, especially in these timeouts. We got 55 right now, so as long as they don't get to 55, we walk out of here with a win. So yeah, it's about taking care of the ball, making sure that Orchard Lake works. You don't give up quick, easy buckets, and really just make them work to get good shots, limit them to one chance.
Makes perfect sense. Well said.
Easier said than done.
Trey getting a nice little stretch in. Janacek wiping the brow. Adams leads Clarkson at the end of the third, 35-29. Groves over the Sonnenberg-less Troy Colts, 29-25 at the half. Saline 45, Ann Arbor Huron 39. 5 minutes left in the fourth. That's important. The River Rats, I believe, are 10-0. And they're in a challenge tonight up in Ann Arbor. We've got some moisture on the floor or perhaps some blood. And Tyler Fenzel's doing an outstanding job. That's Dan Roan right there. That's the athletic director and head coach of De La Salle Pilots. And Dan's a two-time state champion at De La Salle. He also won a few state titles in football at West Catholic High School in Grand Rapids, Muskegon native, and it's been quite a run for De La Salle since Dan Roan was brought on. An outstanding hire by Warren De La Salle, who's putting on a show tonight in Orchard Lake. They lead at 55-39. Glassner open for three, no. Trey with a rebound and a little bit of life left for O'Lake.
Just don't think that's the shot you want in that situation.
Trey with a line drive, 14-footer with a guy draped on him. It's back to a 14-point game, 3.5 left. Trey with 21, blackjack. Glassner, corner three, and the answer, he was wide open. He has 16 points to lead all Pilots. Sulaka with 13, Holder with 13, missed shot. Hustle for the rebound. Glassner to Portis with a run out. No call on that. All right. Crichton to Smythe, open for three, no. And Glassner caught it on that sideline, but he was out of bounds.
Smythe with a goose egg tonight. Cannot find the rim, bottom of the bucket.
Back-to-back games without triples for Smythe. And hey, look, teams, scouting reports out. I mean, you go on a run like he's had, teams are going to scout you a little differently and defend you a little bit differently.
Yeah, he's too good of a shooter, though. Good shooters just keep shooting.
Trey McKinney keeps shooting, and he keeps making. Trey with 24, St. Mary's with 44, and it's back to a 14-point game with 2.5 left. Janacek quickly ahead to Nino. Gino Bealey pass to Glassner. Square up, 16-footer is through for Phoenix. Oh, what a night for De La Salle. Everything's working. It's a 16-point lead, and with 2.5 left, this is how we go to break.
My dad and my grandfather are officials. I've grown up around officials and seeing how much they enjoy being part of the games. As a student athlete, I've always appreciated the people out there who are willing to give back to the kids. The Legacy program lets me officiate while I'm still in high school, working younger kids' games. Officiating gives me a better understanding of the game. I get to make some pretty good money for a high school kid, and I even get to spend some quality time with my dad. There's help wanted. Just whistle.
Catholic League Central Division foes going at it. 57th meeting all time between St. Mary's and De La Salle. Two proud programs in the Catholic League. And tonight, De La Salle has bounced back as Nino Smith has some gauze up in that right nostril. Looking like Mr. Poon from Fletch. Trey McKinney across the timeline to the hole and fouled. And with 2.5 left, he'll go line left and try to add to his 24-point tally. He has 24 of the 44 tonight.
You mentioned the big three for De La Salle before the game. We got 2 out of 3 right. Sulaka with 13, Glasner with 18, and then Holder has taken Nino's spot with 13 tonight.
Yeah, he has stepped up. 10 of 20 tonight from three-point land are the Pilots. St. Mary's 5 of 15. Those 15 points are the margin right now for the De La Salle lead. McKinney line left to try to add to his 25-point tally tonight. Recently offered by Miami of Florida. A place Pat the Stat will head to after this one. Must be nice. Foul in the backcourt by Wisniewski on Janacek, and Janacek will shoot 2 free throws. Double bonus time now for the Pilots.
At the line, shooting a 1-and-1 for the Pilots, number 22.
It's 4 fouls.
Wisniewski.
On Wisniewski. Thank you. Janacek, who's headed to Michigan State to play for Coach Tucker, misses the free throw. De La Salle gets the rebound. And Sulaka and company playing keep away right now. This is all De La Salle, who will even the season series at 1 game apiece. There's a chance these teams could meet again. In fact, a very good chance. They are in the same, they would meet again perhaps in the quarterfinals. They could also meet again perhaps in the Catholic League tournament. They met 3 times last year. St. Mary's swept the season series. But then the Pilots got them when it really counted the most in March in Callahan Hall for a 50-48 win over St. Mary's. And the Pilots wouldn't waste the opportunity. Despite finishing 4th in the Catholic League Central Division in the regular season, they would go on to win the state title in Division I under John Jokai to give the Pilots their first state title in school history. Goes to show you, finished 4th in this division and won the Division I state title. Trey McKinney quenches. He now has a 29 burger, and St. Mary's is within 13 as Smith is fouled in front of Marcus Webster and the Eaglet bench.
St. Mary's foul, number 0, Sherrod Barnes, his 3rd.
That's the 3rd on Sherrod.
At the line for the Pilots, shooting 2, number 0, Nino Smith.
Smith line right to shoot 2, double bonus time for the Pilots. We're keeping our eyes on that game in North Farmington. Ferndale and North Farmington are playing. And we're also watching Ann Arbor. And Ann Arbor Huron, who's undefeated, is trailing Saline right now. Smith shot up and good. Misses the second.
De La Salle going to the zone here. Haven't really shown it all night. Slow up Orchard Lake. Slow up Trey a little bit.
It worked pretty much like everything else has worked tonight for De La Salle and the Pilots. Eaglets will pressure here, but this one's all over but the shouting.
And you talk about finishing 4th in the league and making a run in the state tournament. When you shoot 50% from 3, you can beat anybody, that's for sure.
Yeah, 10 of 20 tonight for the Pilots as you see the 4th foul for Sherrod Barnes. Armani Portis line right to shoot 2. This is a nice looking sophomore. 6'2", 170, came off the bench the last time we covered him at East Kentwood. But this is a nice player and one of the X factors that John Jokai talked about along with Braden Holder in this game.
Yep. Holder had a really nice game. I mean, Portis has had a good game too. Might not have shown up in the stat sheet as much as Holder did, but definitely a really solid game as he kind of forces the turnover there.
Crichton couldn't hold on to it. "15-point Pilot lead. Portis gets leaky behind and lays it in. And he now has 8 in this game. So when your 2 X factors combine for 21 points and together they average about 7 points, your X factors were indeed the answer.
Coach Jokai knew what he was talking about earlier.
Yeah. Brighter days ahead for Todd Covert's group, a group that lost 5 players, regulars in their rotation a year ago. You talk about Kareem Rozier. You talk about Javon Hanna, who's playing tonight for Western Michigan. Talk about DC Temple, who's playing tight end at Central Michigan. And could very easily play on their basketball team, with all due respect to the Central Michigan basketball team. as the folks who've made the trip from the east side and the 5'8" stand up. Brad Ross representing the 5'8" tonight and the prep crew. My wife's a 5'8". I'm fond of them. Sorry. Ball knocked out of bounds. Broski to trigger, baseline right. Inbound to Nemeka. Eye-catchy. Mid-post pull-up. Banker no good from Tyler Thompson. The Walled Lake Central transfer. He's in familiar territory in the Lakes area. Love the sweatband. This is a steal by Bellamidis. He's one of the 5-quarter players. Shot missed. Also in there is Norman Clowender, junior guard. And we've got a foul on the floor. Into the game as well for St. Mary's is the freshman football phenom, Jack Janda. At 6'5", 225. Todd Covert says he could be a guy for us, but still a freshman. I mean, but you plug in a Division I guy who's been offered by several footballers, and he's a guy that you like.
Yeah, he's definitely somebody that can grow into the mix here. You know, you look at Orchard Lake, they only got one senior on the squad. They got a couple transfers that are going to join the rotation for sure next year, and I think Jack's just going to step right into one of those substitution roles off the bench, a big guy. But yeah, we'll definitely see him playing on Saturdays.
Yes, sir. No Jackson Wazalewski tonight for the Eaglets. Their lone senior on the roster is out ill. Mateus after the rock on the floor. Played in the JV game earlier. And what's the call?
The bench guys are getting after it.
Yeah.
Like to see that.
For sure. De La Salle also checks in. Carson Kryza, the Aquinas commit, 6'7", 180. Guy that can really shoot it from downtown. Also, Nicholas Spicer is in, the 6'4" junior at 190. 12.5 seconds left. De La Salle is going to win this. We get a hold and a push off. It's going to go on Nicholas Spicer. So, St. Mary's with one more kick of the cat. Crichton down the avenue. Into the paint and fouled with 7.5 seconds left. The rookie will go line left and try to add to his point tally tonight of 7 points.
De La Salle really brings some size off the bench when they go deep into it.
Yeah, you're bringing off your third team, and you got 6'4", 6'5", 6'7". Yeah, that's not bad. St. Mary says, can we borrow some of that size? Of course, the Eaglets continuing to roll without Jaden Savory and Isaiah Hines and Angel Kachovsky, who've been ruled ineligible by the MHSAA. The buzzer sounds, and this night belongs to the Pilots of De La Salle. They win it 66-54 over Orchard Lake St. Mary's, and pretty much had control of this game from wire to wire. We'll come on back to Dabrowski Fieldhouse and wrap this thing up with some highlights and scores from around the league right after this.
Are you prepared to be transformed into a better version of yourself? Shaped into a force that others can't imagine. We are part of something bigger. A force that never quits. America's Navy, forged by the sea. Check us out at Navy.com.
There's just one place where students are students first, and athletics are played with purpose and perspective. That place is your local high school. High school sports offer more than the joy of competition. Studies show that student athletes are also likely to enjoy greater levels of achievement in other areas of their lives, including academics. High school sports, a winning part of a complete education.
This one's a final in Orchard Lake at Dabrowski Fieldhouse. Chad and Mac back with you from Dabrowski. 66-54. Warren de La Salle of the prized Catholic League Central Division comes into Orchard Lake and gets a win. Back-to-back home losses for St. Mary's. In fact, 3 home losses in a row. And look, you play tough teams, you're going to get beat at home, on the road. It happens, but this was de La Salle's night. They seem to have that focus and have that game plan that just went right for them. Well-executed win, Mac.
Yeah, they started the game out by really focusing on Salaka, getting the ball down low to him, and then when Orchard Lake focused on taking that away, it really opened things up on the outside for guys like Holder and Glasner, and they had a night shooting it from the outside.
They sure did. 20 points for Phoenix Glasner. You see the triple there for Holder. He knocked down 4 of 6 from the long line. Salaka got in on the action. 13 points in the game. See the triple there. Another one for Holder. 10 triples in the game for de La Salle. They hit 6 in the first, 4 in the second. Another one from Holder. 51% for the game did de La Salle shoot. St. Mary's 43%, but again, it's the triples that de La Salle was able to knock down and also take care of the basketball. Both teams did a fine job of it, but this was their night. You see the deep aerial attack, and then the defense was just good enough to let Trey do his thing, and then everybody else kind of didn't do their thing, and that was the difference in the ball game.
Yeah, Trey definitely made some difficult shots. De La Salle made things difficult for him. He's just such a special talent. He was still able to, knock down a lot of shots, but they can never get some of those guys on the outside going, like Smythe or Smith. Neither one of those could get too much going from the outside, or Sherrod. So they're going to need some help, Trey will, as Orchard Lake moves forward here. But like you said, de La Salle really shot it well. You got Glasner going 4 of 6, Holder going 4 of 6. That's tough.
Sure is. Great night. Playing precision basketball and gritty defense as well. De La Salle gets the win. They now advance to 9-6. They go to 3-3 in Catholic League play. St. Mary's falls below 500 to 6-7 and to 2-4 in Catholic League play. Some quick scores to get you to before we get out of here. We do want to pass along. Saline does beat Ann Arbor Huron. So Ann Arbor Huron goes down for the first time this year. A 10-point win for Saline. And Grand Blanc knocks off Bay City Central. Troy trails Groves. And Old Redford made a rally, but right now Summit in the third up by 12. North Farmington pulls ahead. They're up 8 at the end of the third over Ferndale. And we appreciate everybody for watching tonight. Want to thank our great crew, captained by Alex Westfall. Alex Mayer in the big chair tonight, directing, producing, whatever he does from that chair. We want to thank Fish. We want to thank Stick, too. He's watching in Arizona. Want to thank Fish on audio. There he is. That's Samuel Fisher out of Farmington. Also want to thank Matt Schwartz on replay. Schwartz, he came in with all kinds of video from his John Glenn days, and we saw that killer stash again just about 25 years prior to. That's Evan Westfall on the end there, doing a great job on graphics, the silent assassin on the end of the table. Bradley the Boss Ross on camera too, giving you that tight follow all night long that you get cozy with and fall in love on a February night. That's Rob Sarna. Or January. That's Rob Sarna on camera 1. We thank him. And this is, can we get Fantow? David Fantow, can we get him? The man behind the mask. Camera 3. Come on, Ross, get up. All right, there we go. There he is. That's David Fantow. We thank our crew. We thank our staff. And we also appreciate our stat crew, Jamie Janssen, Pat the Stat, who's halfway into Miami already, and Austin Sonnenberg, our media relations director tonight. He's Mac Horvath. I'm Chad Bush. Thank you so much for watching. We appreciate it. We're The Prep. We'll talk to you on Friday night from Parts Unknown. Stay tuned to theprepsports.com for more details. Have a great night, everybody. Your final score tonight, Warren de La Salle wins it by a final score of 66-54. Have a great night, everybody. Thanks for watching. So long.